And we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, streaming from the Hermitcraft server, where we have bananas in chat from Axel Van Dyke, May School, and Forgil, and 96. Devin Crates popping in with a banana too, so is Soundwave Hope. Thank you ever so much, peeps. And today I'm streaming with... Oh, I need to grab something. There we go. I'm streaming with... I did a S thing really loud then, didn't I? Also, actually kind of looks like I'm not live. What's going on? Okay, I'm live. Twitch didn't update on my other screen. I'm streaming with my new monitor setup. So yesterday I got the beam that holds my monitors extended, if you like replaced it with a bigger one. And now when I stand up, I've got my ergonomics sound. So I'm hoping this means like RSI injuries and all those issues that I have maybe now a little less common, because my arms sort of rest a little bit lower, which is what I think I need. Always trying to improve that stuff, aren't I? Yeah, so at the end of the last stream that we did, I haven't been able to play at all yesterday. I had a busy day out and about, a wonderful day. Got to see some friends in the evening, which was fantastic. We went out for a curry. Okay, you know how much I love curry. It was a cracking curry. And yeah, all in all, a good day. So this is literally starting off from where we left off yesterday. Yesterday was Hermitcraft livestream weekend. So is today. However, I wasn't on the schedule because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to stream or not. But I am able to stream, so here I am. Yeah, so that's all of that. I've got a hot cup of tea. I'm ready to go. We're going to be streaming for a couple of hours, and then False is going to be streaming, and yeah. Cool. So what we're going to do is get the camera count on, and we're going to turn this into a giant pillar. The only thing is, I kind of need to be able to sleep. I think the time to get a bed has probably come upon us. Or I might borrow someone's bed today. Or borrow some wool from Beef over here. Thank you, Doc. Because I don't want to get knocked off the top of this thing. So I could just buy like a stack of white wool, perhaps. I think we'll do that. Kitty Love says, "Hi X, how are you?" I'm good, thanks for asking. I just remembered something. Yeah, XB brought all of the sand here. So what we'll do is take a trip to the desert and refill it for him. I did say we'd do that. So that'll be job number 2. Job number 1 is doing a little resource pillar. Construction and mining. Thank you, Mr. Beef. I always want to be self-sufficient, but shortcuts are handy here and there, just for a bed, you know. I mean, the equivalent is me running off, killing a sheep, and coming back again. So, or shearing a sheep. So we'll get our first bed and we'll sleep in it. Chuck that in there for now. So then we take all the resources with us. We place them all and then we mine them with fortune. Dang, look at that. Does it all fit in my inventory, I'm wondering? Not that. Not quite. And I would like to include everything, so stone can go away. I don't actually need my ender chest on me at this moment in time. That leaves me with one more thing. I've got different types of food on me. Squishy Face, thank you so much for 5 months of support. Appreciate you coming in there with a noise in the ear. We also got a new Patreon as well signing up. Ryan Young, thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy playing on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server with our brand new 3rd season. It's kicked off recently. We got Toguro Joe here for 40 months. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. I guess I don't need these either, really. I'll also need a chest to put things in. I should use my ender chest on the way down, really. And then that has chests in it, so let's swap those around. Oh, look, a little bit more. I'll grab those out as we put resources in here. Maybe... it'll only give us a few extra slots. I think what I'll do just for... Okay, this is where things get awkward. Put all of these in. Okay, what else do I not essentially need on me right now is that. Yeah, then we'll take all of this. Put it in here. Feel like I'm making a meal of this. What are we doing? That one there. Still need those on me. Gonna need that. Always hold the silk touch for this. There we go. And now if I take everything from the top bit. That means we've got plenty of space. There you go. Right, we're kind of almost ready. James did it! 72, thank you for 2 months. Slime Crumb, thank you for the prime. What did you do, James? What did you do? I need to get my camera count on here, peeps. Hello, Xisuma, I'm going to a concert today, says 87B1. Good for you, I hope you enjoy it, my dude. I've got my next concert, the first that I'll have gone to in years, is in April. Dang. Like 2 years, pretty much. 2 years and a couple of months. Mr. Llama says it's 3 AM here. That's because of time zones. Where should we do this? I feel like, maybe up here on this hill. And also, what blueprint? I think we'll go with 5x5. I don't know if it will reach the sky, like the build limit. It might do. Okay, we're in position. Camera count isn't replay mods. Let's sort that out. Yeah, I'm making a bit of this and that for the next episode, you know. What time do you have, X? It's 10:05 here. 10:05 in the morning. I've got a hot cup of tea. My voice is warming up, you know. Hey X, did you know copper is toxic to plants? I didn't specifically know that, but it wouldn't surprise me if that were true. Super fast build mode enabled, says Sasko. Yeah, kind of, except this is I don't know if I was like the first person to do this or not. I don't think I was. I feel it feels like something I would have seen somewhere else, but then again it was so long ago, maybe I didn't. But back in season 2, right? So this would have only been possible. We're going on a little bit of a nostalgic ramble now. Ah, yes, my camera account is unfortunately way out in the wrong location. So what I do is I bring it over to me, log out, log back in for the replay mod file. If you can see on the screen, like there's login, log out messages. Okay, now we're good to go. We're good to go. Oh! Oh, I thought my stream had froze. Okay, anyway, right. So, in Season 2 of Hermitcraft, feels fitting that I've been turning to Season 2 for inspiration. Oh, I got classic double sound because you can hear the camera count hearing me place the blocks. So what we did in Season 2 is Silk Touch must have been relatively new to the game. Although it might have been introduced in Season 1. But I gathered tons of these resources, and I went and mined them all up with Silk Touch, then built a giant pillar of them, and then mined them all down, and I turned it into a time-lapse. And I don't know if that was like, I can't really remember anymore, but I remember it was something that the audience really liked. They were like, wow, that's cool, I've not seen that before. Another thing that I did do in Season 1 was I dug a hole for a mob farm, and I left all of the ores in place so you could see where the ores were generating in the world. And this was kind of before, like, there were tools like MC Edit and World Edit and stuff, but you didn't really think about using it to, like, explore the Minecraft game in different ways. I always think it'd be fascinating to go back in time and do like the Minecraft thing again with your YouTube channel, because like you'd know all the things that are coming in the future, and like you could just make some really fascinating content earlier on. But I never thought to do something like that. But I did it in survival. I dug a giant hole, left all the ores in place, and then with like a camera account flew through it after, so everyone could see like where the ores were generating in the world. And that was really quite interesting. Ron Bent says, "Hey X, just saw your city get fixed. Is that the first city you created?" No, that would have been like the maybe 10th, 11th, I don't know. I made a lot of city skylines. I really like that game, dang. I'm just always drawn to it. So the question here is, can we go to the world limit? And if you did a bit of quick math, if we're doing 5x5, we'd need 25 stacks, and we've got over 30 in our inventory, I think. Or no, we've probably got around 25 stacks. I think this thing is going to be about 64 blocks tall. So if I'd have done a 3x3, it probably would have gone probably pretty close to the world limit, I think. But at this size, it won't be. Do you know the seed of Hermitcraft Season 9, says Yasin. Yeah, of course I do. I am a noob at maths, so I am dying. Well, let me explain, right? Like, if we know that we have stacks of 64, and we know that the... Okay, we're out of that type of coal. Let's do iron next. If we also know that we have a 5x5 grid, which is 25, so one layer is 25. If I have 25 stacks of 64, then we just kind of know, okay, we're going to go as high as that, right? So if we did a 3x3, that number would be 9, so we could probably double it and have a little bit spare. So we would probably, with 3x3, we would probably go 128, maybe another 32, something like that. And that would... The land around here is... So water level is 64. We're probably at like 70, 80, somewhere like that. So with 128, that would take you up to 200. Yeah, so we wouldn't even get near. We'd probably actually be like close to the old world limit if we did a 3x3. But anyway, it's not like I have a desire to get to the world limit. Oh, let's see if Doc will sleep. Because then maybe I do actually never use a bed this season. I mean, it's so pointless. It's so pointless. I should actually probably sleep in the bed just so that it doesn't become a thing. Dang it, Doc. Don't sleep in the bed. It's so pointless. But, like, we like that. We like little details like that, right? Phantom, says a bread tick. Yeah, so I've been chatting with the Vanilla Tweaks guys. And we're developing a data pack where, and this is off the back of a Hermitcraft request, developing a, potentially, like we'll have to see how it goes, a data pack where the vanilla game rule for phantoms will be turned off, so phantoms won't spawn. But then what we do with a data pack is we recreate how they spawn in vanilla, and then make it a per player option, because we've all found phantoms to be just generally an annoyance and not much else. But if you turn it off, you can't farm phantom membranes, which is something some players might want to interact with at some point. So the solution is that we use a data pack to find a solution there and make it per player, which is something the vanilla devs could do as well. It wouldn't be the first time a Vanilla Tweaks data pack has sort of become vanillaized, if you like. Like, we don't have the sleep data pack anymore because it's done with vanilla game rules now. If they made phantoms per player in vanilla, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Right, I need to sip more of this tea. So why is face reveal the only reward you can spend channel points on, says subject. Well, you want to see my face, don't you? Everyone's always asking me, X, can we see your face? And I thought, alright, save up enough derp coins, maybe you'll get just that. Or maybe it's just a troll, I don't know. I do live under a bridge. Cezals is here saying, morning X, how are you? I'm good, thanks for asking. I'm feeling good today. Because yesterday I got to see my friends, and dang, does it do so much for you to see the people you care about. And it's been a rough few weeks. And so, yeah, just generally just feel, you know, much better than I have done recently. Hey, hello, Xisuma. Just asking, what's your opinion about chairs? I think chairs, you know, I think we should get rid of them. All these people sitting all the time. What, are you lazy? I'm standing right now. I'm not on a chair. God. Lazy people. Oh, my legs are tired. God. Didn't have chairs back in the old Stone Age, did we? We just sat on the ground. God, lazy. My opinion on chairs would be that the amount of time that you spend sitting on one is going to affect your health. Understanding concepts like compound interest and whatnot is important because it's like picking a mattress. A mattress is actually something that you spend an extraordinary amount of your life sleeping on. So like invest in a good quality mattress. If you have to work at a desk, invest in a good quality chair. I recommend the Herman Miller. It's the kind of chair that you can sit in for hours on end. Unfortunately for me, I'm a bit antsy with the old sitting down, so I'm always alternating, moving about, which is generally really good advice. Every, you know, at least every hour, get up and move around for 5 minutes. You know, change your body posture. Stretch a little. And, because otherwise, just sitting in chairs constantly over time, not really good for your health. If you're just in that stagnant position all the time. What happened to all the resources that fall off when you start mining? I'm hoping that I can kind of catch them. You know, that's sort of the plan. But that's also why... Dang it, I did this the wrong way around. I was supposed to put the most valuable stuff at the bottom in case it fell off the side. And I did the opposite. I put coal. I think I was thinking like valuables first, and it's like, well, actually no. So like the diamonds, they're staying right here in the middle. Okay, and now begins the great mine down. And this was not actually that tall at all, was it? But for the amount of time I spent mining it, might do another session later. I really enjoyed going caving again. Alright, Kembo38 is here for 2 months. Thank you for your support, dude. Thanks for subscribing. Michelle, you have a great idea there. I did think about putting hoppers down the bottom, and then I just couldn't be bothered. If we lose something, you can just call me an idiot. Right, so then what we need to do is this. I think I might do this as well. And maybe it just makes it a little more obvious if we're going to lose something or not. But I think by standing at the edge here we'll be safe. I'm going to get a lot of XP from this as well, aren't I? See, when it's in the middle, we just grab it like that. Rename your pick to BFP. That would have been a really good name for it. Here's a question. How long does it take to mine after we just spent... I don't know how long we spent placing it. I didn't specifically count that. I think it takes longer to mine than to place, right? Usually the rule is it's easier to break than it is to create. Not sure if I've actually seen. Let's go like that as well. Ah! Here's an interesting view. If you see something fall off, you've got to scream it at me in chat. This is different. Oh wait, I think... Did something just fall off? Because there's little particle effects that fall down too. I don't think it did. I think I would have seen that hitbox quite visible. Also, we should totally get a prediction. If any of the mods want to run a prediction for what XP level we'll get, right? Will we get to level 40 by the time we hit the bottom? How about that? Like, Above or below 40, right? With above being literally... Oh, oopsie daisy, the number 40. So, like, will we reach 40 or not, I guess? Oh, but here's the... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, God. That prediction might be somewhat useless now because we're no longer getting XP. And we won't do until we get to coal again. And coal will provide less. But then again, we got a lot of coal. How are we doing on inventory space? We're doing fine. And we got Amoogles Doodles here for 21 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. "34 levels," says Brooke. That might be a better estimate. I can see a prediction is now running, so y'all can vote. Thanks for setting that up, mods. Always appreciated. Let people have a little bit of fun with their derp coin, right? Oh, there's emeralds and redstone to be mined. That's some XP though. Might have thrown you off the scent there. Might have thrown you right off the scent. We can also store these items a little easier with a crafting bench. I do think the crafting bench is kind of annoying in this game. How like you have to place it down, pick it up. Like I think having a 3x3 crafting bench on the player wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Be quite convenient. I did just read Amoogles Doodles, 21 months. Thank you so much. I feel like my brain put a little pause on that, a little come back to it, but I don't know why. I used up all my derp coins, says FZev Craft Live. Dang, used all of it. Oh, a little bit more XP. The emerald ore is almost worth keeping, isn't it? I think I've made a mistake there. I think I'm going to silk touch back the emerald ore. Why would I break that down? It's way more valuable and interesting as an ore block because of villagers and how easy it is to get emeralds from them. Which perhaps you could say are some of the other blocks, but here at the beginning of the game I'm just here to wrangle up some resources, right? So far I don't think a single thing dropped off the edge. Uh-huh. Do you know what? If something did drop down, there'll be a point where we can see the hitbox on the ground as well. Not yet, but soon, maybe. Hey, we got Real Spaceman Josh here gifting a sub to Penelope Sky. Thank you for gifting that sub, my dude. And Penelope, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We always appreciate the gifting of the subs. Does Deep Slate Emerald still exist? I'm not sure it does, but I do know that Coal Deep Slate is the rarest one. Ah, one definitely just dropped. Oh, and that's because my inventory is full. Here we go. Oh, we got some diamonds. That's more like it. Then we take this back. Wait, why can't I hear a wandering trader? Let's see if Doc can... Wait, did Doc leave? Oh, Doc left. Dang. False might rescue us. If the phantoms... Okay, we're going to have to break this now, because if the phantoms do spawn... There you go, I told you I hadn't slept in a bed. If the phantoms spawn, I might have a real hard time after that. I don't know, we want that on. I want this view again. So I can hear the wandering trader through the camera account. That's what's going on. And look, we can see the hitboxes of things on the ground in the distance. So I think that shows us that nothing actually dropped until my inventory filled up. So we're good to do the rest of this. Red Reptile says, hooked me from YouTube. Thanks for coming over here to Twitch. I hope you enjoy the vibes. It's a little bit different around here. RIP believers, the pickaxe is mending as well. What were some people saying the pickaxe will break? That's not going to happen, is it? Twibbles79! Here with another raid! Thank you so much. You've raided me before. I appreciate that. Got enough iron over there. I hope so. I don't know actually. Like, we might tear through this pretty quick. Because I'm going to make like a lot of hoppers with this. This is probably good enough to keep me going until I make an iron farm at least, right? Yeah, thank you for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. You can probably tell what we're doing by looking at what we're doing. Yeah, it might have looked like that from a distance. Someone built a big old square box. I'm going to build something that'll be relatively tall, not as tall as this. Oh, by the way, I kind of found my groove yesterday, doing a little bit of building. And I got something really cool now planned for the area. Like the first part of the expansion of the base. Something that feels like it's going to fit in really well. So, I really do want to focus on building and becoming a better builder. And you have to put in that time and effort, right? Building's fun. It's relaxing. Hi X, just messed up XP farm idea. Refine whole ores in a furnace with bamboo. And only fortune diamonds. Don't know what that means. You can you put ores? Are you saying like the ores give you XP? Yeah, using a furnace gives you XP. The trick is not to use bamboo as fuel. Is to use bamboo and something renewable like cactus. Right, we've done that in the past. In fact, I was thinking that this season at some point I might revisit the furnace idea that we once did with the bamboo and cactus. I've got an idea on how to maybe scale that up. I'll have to think about it a bit. Did you see that TFC got more than 100k subs on YouTube? Love the new season, sub to 3 more hermits. Oh, good for him. Good for TFC. I think that means all of us are like over 100k then. Which is cool. Nightcrafter 2021, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Greatly appreciated and hope you enjoy the stream. Xisuma, it's 4 in the morning. Why did my mother want to show up an hour and a half early for a flight? Because when you go to airports, you really do need to have lots of flexibility time. Part of being at an airport involves a lot of waiting as it is. So, like, when you go to an airport to get on the plane, it's not like you're turning up because the bus leaves at 10 and you're at the bus stop at 2 minutes to. Like, there's so much moving through the airport, security and checks, things that have to happen, that a lot of waiting time is baked into it. So, when you do go to the airport, it's a general practice that you go earlier than they say anyway, and the time that they give you gives you lots of time to, you know, be in the airport, move around it, etc. as things develop. It's just the nature of that type of transport. I've got a feeling it might have been, like pre 9/11, it might have been a little more lax and like easier in terms of how much time it takes, but I don't really remember pre 9/11 that well. Kunar Rastar, thank you for gifting subs to Burt Potato and iStan83. If you've been gifted a sub, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We always appreciate the gifting of the subs. And Guizy, with the Prime. Go, I've definitely butchered your name. You know what that means. It means I've got to press the button. Dang. Total name butchering going on there. Wait, isn't Pearl supposed to be streaming, says Jemin? I think you got the time zones wrong. Pearl's might be on the stream thing today. It's Falsu's streaming after me. I'm not on the schedule, but since no one was there, I just decided I'll hop in and stream for 2 hours. And we're going to update the infographic. Rather than tell you like when a stream starts and ends, it's just going to tell you when it starts now, because it's implied that it's 2 hours. And then we're also going to include more time zones. I think I've got it up to like 7 with multiple time zones for a couple of the different things. So we're just trying to be able to communicate to more parts of the world. I mean, I could do something with flags as well, I was thinking, but like the time zones, they cover a lot of countries, so you're kind of hoping people know what their time zone is. If we had more regional flags, or time zone flags that people knew of, that would be a great way to communicate, oh, this is your one, you know? Because everyone probably knows what their like national flag looks like. But the time zones span lots of countries, so like you'd have a bunch of flag spam on the banner. It's all about balancing like information, space and design and making it readable, but like not flooding the space with information. But yeah, anyway, we've had like this layout for ages, and it just sort of made sense to change it and try something, get some more information on it for people. And we got more gifted subs from the amazing Huzzah. Thank you so much for gifting subs to Desto5, Go, Tokyo Chan, Squirrel Monkey, Cedric's a username, and Wicked Nush. Thank you all for tuning in. You remember that prediction? Now the prediction is kicking in. Yeah, be sure to say thanks in the chat if you're gifted a sub. The prediction is kicking in because we're getting XP. But, do you know what? Ah, did you think about it? Because I didn't, obviously. We've used up a lot of our pick not getting XP, but now the mending effect is going to take the XP. Oh, I think people who thought it was over. I have no idea. I could look. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's 83% think it's under. I think y'all was smart, but I don't know if you even thought of this. I think this really hampers the chances. I think this has almost set it in stone, but we will see. Oh, exciting times here in the Mining Blocks in Minecraft Championships. Yeah, thrilling content. Okay, Wampan Game, thank you for the Prime. Rain Wen, thank you for 4 months. And Olivia Dawn, thank you for subscribing. Look at that. This inventory is going to be filling up. Probably have to dig a little tunnel down and build a chest at the bottom soon. Here's the thing, this is a lot of coal. A lot of coal. Once that pick's healed up, who knows? When you go to the Livestream info page, it doesn't have info in the banner. Huh. I don't know what's up with that. I thought everyone was in the banner. Are you sure you're not like mistaking his skin or something? Pretty sure everyone's in the banner. Like we've had issues with that in the past and then we've fixed it, and I'm pretty sure everyone was in the banner. I'm pretty sure this is definitely going to be under 40. Like, if it were a 30, I think 30 would be interesting, but not 40. Angry K9, thank you for 83 months. Appreciate your support, my dude. 1 month away from 7 years. Time flies. Yeah. 1 month. Dang. It's crazy. I mean, we've got to do something special the day someone gets to 100. That's just going to be mental. Will there be a Hermits Helping Hermits live stream? I don't know. I don't know. Not from me. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'll be doing other things. Unless plans change, which they probably won't, but I don't know. Plans change a lot. If you already know your demographics on your channel, I was wondering whether which statistics is interesting to you. The one that I always remember is that there's like a large Dutch audience, and if you compare it to the population, like how many people do I have, you know, from the Americas watching compared to the English, you know, like it's a bit more proportional to population size, where there's like this large cluster of Dutch people, and it just seems like disproportionate to the population size in a way. How come you aren't getting any levels? Because I'm repairing my pick. That would be why. See, now all the Dutch people are saying hello in chat. There's loads of them. What are they all doing here? Yeah. I think I'm going to switch to this view now. Don't think we need the F3B anymore either. Also, how... Alright, I'm still... Yeah. Still haven't got a full inventory. The Dutchies are colonising the internet. That's what it looks like. They're colonising my chat right now. Go. Right, I think we can pretty much call this prediction now, but we'll have to wait. But we don't have spices, says Darfanilis. Spices? What has spices got to do with it? Betty Baghdadi, thank you for 47 months of support. Really appreciated. Yeah, thank you so much. Stefan Hammer says maybe make a poll to see how many duchies. Well, I don't need to do that because I can see it in my analytics. But if I made a poll, it's probably the kind of poll that will incentivize Dutch people to click yes. Because not everyone participates in a poll, right? So I feel like it would probably be heavily skewed. Which in itself might be an interesting experiment. Right, here we go. Dang, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? So I think everything's going to fill up a double chest, basically. X, were you homeschooled when you were younger? I was not. Oh, dang it, I'm using the wrong pick. I'm glad I noticed that, like, straight away. Risway22, thank you for gifting a sub to the GOAT people. Appreciate you doing that. Real Spaceman Josh, thank you for your Prime subscription. Right, do you remember what job we were going to do after this? It's definitely under 40. I could call it now, no problems. Like, what if... oh, False isn't on anymore. I was going to say, what if False, like, came in here with a bunch of XP bottles and just splashed me to level 40? Then what would we do? Gosh. Knapsack, thank you ever so much for 8 months. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate the support ever so much. I love how Hermitcraft does mending work. I have always wondered. You want to know how mending works? You get XP, it repairs your tool. Instead of going to your XP level. Sand, says V Karma. You are correct. Sand is the next thing to do. I could kill them for their heads. That's like the only thing they're useful for right now. And I can get some leads while I'm here. That's why they're leaving now. They heard me say that. Right, whoop whoop. We have done that job. Oh, that's full, is it? Okay. You saw nothing. Oi! One head. Quite unlucky, that. Rightio. Camera account logs out. Who streams after Xisuma, says Malice Mick. You can go to livestream.hermitcraft.com to see the schedule. After me, it is full symmetry. Okay, let's save that. Wonderful. And that's our job done with the camera account for today. Shadows2580, thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Let me just crack my window open a bit. It's a little bit stuck. Oh my god, I barely drunk this tea. I was distracted by that perfect time lapse. Okay, that tea is absolutely cold at 40 minutes, so sorry. You're not getting drunk today. But I'll happily have a bit of water. Good stuff. Right, let's do that prediction. If I'd have done under 30, that would have been like... I reckon that would have gone the other way. I reckon peeps wouldn't have realised that the pick would have got run down by the non-fortune stuff. Xisuma is a hydro homie. I am a hydro homie. Absolutely. Are you aware Doc's plan to be the sand seller this season? Xisuma says Redstoners. Well, I am now. And I not only have I sold out all of my sand, I've been requested to get more. So maybe not the best of starts for Doc. Oh yeah, that's right. It's all in here. So... Oh, I didn't actually... How did I end up not doing that? Oh, I think I left it in there, didn't I? Let's do that now as well. That'll be part of the equation. Make sure we grab the right thing. Alright, so diamond blocks, gold, iron, lapis. These are some of my favourite things. I will put them in a different chest for now. And actually, I want to keep... Well, we'll see. We'll go grab the rest of the stuff and see what we need. Okay, so then all of this goes back in there. Let's just do a little bit of that. I'll order this properly another time. Yeah, that's about right. I think the chests were originally. We'll put the leads in there too. And then that head can go in there for now. Why did no one create a Discord server for Hermitcraft, says Mr. Yovan. That's a big assumption, that is, isn't it? Very big assumption. Why the villager's head? I don't have a villager's head. Okay, grab all of that. All fits in the inventory and we're good. We're done. We're good, yeah. Well, data packs are in Season 9, says Daffy. I would refer you to the Reddit community, as there is a post there that explains all the data packs. Okay, there we go. Those are the goodies that we got. Doesn't look like so much now it's all been broken down at all, does it? Goodness me. Right, and our next job will be disappearing off to the place where we get sand. And then we'll bring back a bunch and tell XP, because XP needs a whole bunch. Why are there numbers on the hotbar? So I know which number to press on the keyboard for the item that I want. I always wondered what you use for all the heads. Is it bad that I want to get my own head to hang up on my front door in my world? I don't think it is. It's a good way of letting people know. Well, if it's a single player world, you already know. Oh, okay, that's just me autopiloting to the wrong place, which sometimes happens. There's some odd questions in chat today, says Becca. Yeah, there are. How come you don't sprint, says Hydro? I'm literally sprinting right now. I don't understand these questions. I can't get over how close the end portal on HC this season is, says Pastikin. Well, it depends from what portal you're coming from, right? Like, it was pretty close by last season too. Maybe not as close, but just depends on the world, doesn't it? This is slightly scary. Quite fearful of things just dropping on my head. Buy sand for Doc, says Rudy Calibri, but then I wouldn't make any profits. What are these, what's this platform and what's that? I can understand a little branch going off, but I don't know why there's a platform here. Xisuma, can you do a tutorial for the custom roleplay model data pack resource pack? Says Nal MCRRC. That's probably not something I'm going to do. I mean, I could consider making one, but... Oh look, someone left a whole bunch of sand for me to collect. Brilliant. That helps. The issue is with some tutorials like that is that there isn't a proper target audience because so much stuff is like case per case. And then for people that know how to do it, they probably don't really need the tutorial video, right? So it's like in order for you to know how to use that stuff, you kind of wouldn't need a tutorial. I don't know how better to explain it than that. What would be the equivalent? I don't know. Basically, there's like a skill or like a knowledge set in front of it, right? And it's way too case per case and individualized for like a YouTube tutorial. You have to learn the skills, coding or whatever you want to call it. X, how do you keep yourself motivated to create content? I have an audience. All of y'all keep me motivated. Don't you know you're the secret? Therapeutic Minecraft stream today. Ore and sand mining. Very therapeutic, isn't it? Casual, relax. Relaxing, maxing. It ain't too taxing, is it? Gah. Looking for levels? Go to Stress's Enchant Tea Shop in one of her teacups next to her house. Get the best on the server for a reasonable price. Dang, someone's doing their marketing for them. Yeah, I'm not terribly interested in you know using diamonds to do everything. Like every season, shops are shops, and I don't know. I kind of want to be more on the self-sufficient side and go through the Minecraft tech tree this season. It's going to be a long season. We're going to have plenty of time to do all the projects, and so kind of just want to like feel my way through things and try and find some cool ideas. Got like a couple of interesting things potentially brewing, as opposed to just, you know, like outsourcing them to shops. Kind of how I feel. X, you saw Doc's latest video, did I? Really cool as he uses that thing where items automatically get placed in his inventory to a storage system and uses it to mine sand to stop his shop whilst being in the desert. All right, yeah, wasn't that remove the whole shadow item stuff? Something like that. I forget what it was called. The whole ghost item linking stuff, yeah. It was removed, but they found a way. That's usually the way it goes, isn't it? That's usually the way it goes. Dang, I'm feeling a little bit famished right now. God. I haven't eaten this morning. Went for a cycle. That was good. Just feel it. You need to just drink water when you start to feel like this. That's the trick. Arm horses, eat something, man. I'm saving it for later. Gonna have some Chinese later today. Haven't had Chinese in ages. Bobby Disney says, "Dear X, remember self-care and eat." If I wasn't streaming, I might consider. I might have considered getting a snack. Like yesterday, because you do have days for whatever reason you're a bit under it. Yesterday I had my my eggs and yogurt in the morning, and then a little later into the day, I just kind of felt like a little bit of this sort of, like I feel now, really, a little bit famished. Even though I'd had a light meal. So I had a little pot noodle type thing, and it kind of perked me up a bit, all those carbs, which was a good decision. But you know, I've always got this goal of like trying to just do the intermittent fasting thing the best I can. So you don't have to win every day at that, right? So then on those days where, yeah, maybe you do need a bit of food in the belly, you got to just listen to your body. I agree. And one thing I want to do, I think I want to do like a whole 24-hour fast, like a whole day at some point. Because the problem would be, I think I shouldn't plan to do it on a day. It should be more spontaneous, because I've had days with the fasting where I felt great in the morning, like doing exercise. One of the big tricks though is I think you don't have to just drink lots of water because you know, drinking it will make you feel a bit full and less hungry. But I think your body genuinely needs like a lot of water coming through if you're fasting. As I've noticed that on the days where I don't quite drink as much water, like this morning is one of them, that tends to be when I feel a bit more on the groggy side. But I've had days where I haven't eaten until like at least, you know, midday, 1 o'clock, and just feel so energetic the whole morning. Do a juice fast maybe, says HS Player. I don't know what a juice fast is, but the fact that it's got the word juice in, to me, sounds a bit oxymoron, because one of the things you probably shouldn't consume is fruit juices, because fruit, you know, is carbs and sugars and whatnot, but one of the tricks is when you eat fruit, you're also getting the fibrous content of the fruit itself. And when that stuff goes into the body, the fiber helps the way that the food is broken down, and therefore a little better, you know, less of an insulin response from your body to all the sugary carbs coming in. So fruit juice is one of the worst things to have. Like a glass of orange juice is pretty bad, because it's had all the fibrous stuff squeezed out of it, and sometimes you're consuming several oranges worth of all the sugary juice inside of it in one go, because it's been turned into a juice. So you know, I'm not knocking the old fruit, but consume it as fruit, as is. The Thinky says, geez, now X is anti-fruit. I think I've explained myself very articulately, and I'm in no way anti-fruit. I eat fruit a couple of times every day. At least 2 pieces of fruit a day for me is what I generally do. Also very bad for your teeth, says NEG. Possibly. I don't know too much about dental hygiene. Okay, let's drink Coca-Cola instead, says the Thinky. Oh, you are just trying to trigger me. It's worse than soda. You know what it might be? It might have more sugar content and stuff like that. But hey, I don't even drink soda. Lucky Bones, thank you ever so much for subscribing. And Sir, thanks a lot. Thank you ever so much for 68 months of support. It's been my goal in life to dream up a song for Sir Thanks a Lot. You know, he likes to subscribe and he cannot lie. All the other subscribers deny. I don't know, you see, I'm terrible at this. It's been my dream in life to write some lyrics. Guess who's back? Back again, thanks a lot, Spack, tell a friend. Doing a bit of mix and mash with the old rapping, are we? Magel Hayes Mickey, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. It is appreciated, and I hope you enjoy today's stream. I think how much OJ you can consume in one session, then how many oranges. You get the vitamins but overload on sugars because you've removed the fiber. Yeah, you pretty much got it right there. Isn't Doc selling sand, or are you just poor? I'm just poor, so I sell sand. I don't know why I have to be implied as being poor, but I am also selling sand. In fact, I might be able to say I did it first, which is how everything is resolved with adults. Okay? That's how adults resolve everything. I was here first. I thought of it first. I definitely did not think of it first, because it was a bit more of a spontaneous, oh, we might as well sell some sand. Okay, so the top half was kind of reserved for sandstone, right? So now we'll do that and the ender chest. and then we'll go do another one, because I happen to need a ton of sand for myself anyway, so no harm, no foul. I also really like just doing casual stuff on stream and having a waffle. You might have noticed. You might have noticed. Talking about food again, are you, X? God. Wait, you're an adult, so maybe I'm a pizza. Dang, my cover has been blown. Trust me, you're right. Diabetics don't stay away from fruit, juice, just because of the sugars. Eating fruit consumes calories and gives you physical things to chew. Yeah, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietist. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I've spent a lot of time investigating, learning, etc. And I always try and caveat what I say with a bit of that, but I feel fairly confident about saying these things because I found it from quite a few reputable sources, right? Oh my... Dear Lord! It's gonna... Oh! Oh God! There's no blocks in my hotbar! Oh, the panic. Oh, we got to make this tunnel safer today. Oh, my word. Thank you, Impulse, for that feather falling enchantment. You just saved my life, dude. You just saved my life. Is Impulse streaming today? If y'all are here later in the live stream day with Impulse, just thank him for saving X's life. But don't tell him why. Let Impulse see if he can figure it out, right? Just say thanks for saving X's life. Right, I think we might be able to do the pretty rebellious pillar straight. This is probably... I probably need more blocks. Jump scare much. It was an absolute jump scare, wasn't it? Yeah, later in the day, thank Impulse for saving me. Let me take a note as well. There we go. Hey X, any plans to add a banner design to your shield this season? It was super cool. Oh wait, that one just rolled right off the top of the screen. I will make a shield design. Or better yet, if someone wants to... Like, I'm probably not going to go design one. But saying that out loud makes me think, well, I could. Like, it's been a while since I went and designed one. But more likely, if someone sends me something really cool, I might make it. Where do you live in the UK? Let me just get my address and tell you exactly where. You can come visit me and shake my hand and say hello. X, when was the last time you had curry? The curry was the last thing I ate. Curry was the last thing that I ate. And it was really nice. You know, when you go to a curry house, or you're trying somewhere new, because I was with friends, they knew it was going to be good, right? But every now and then you have a hit and miss. I went and saw some friends like quite a while ago, and ordered curry from a local curry house, and honestly, it was awful. It was just like watery and ugh. And you know, it can be like that. It can be hit and miss. But when you know you're going to a good curry house, all is good in the world. And it was great. What did I have? I had a reshmi kebab, which is a bit of kebab meat wrapped in an egg, which I love. I had oh man, it was so good. I had a vegetable dansak with tikka paneer thrown in, right? Oh, it's gorgeous. I really love dansak. It's just the right amount of hotness, really good amount of taste. A well done dansak is a great curry. And then I had it with a side of this dish called brinjal bhaji, which is an aubergine curry dish. And I've had it from a few places, and I've had it where I've ordered it, and it's definitely not aubergines. Every time I've got aubergines, it's been pretty good. This one was gorgeous. Like, I rave about Indian food a lot. I love how well they can cook vegetables. If the nicest tasting way to eat vegetables is Indian cuisine, I think. It's got to be. So good. What is a dansak? I know nothing of this Indian pronunciation. Okay, so the dansak is like a sweet and sour flavour curry, and it's quite hot. So it's got like, it offers quite a lot of savoury with a little bit of sweetness in there as well. It's a very strong sort of curry, and it's really nice with vegetables. I I say this a lot, but I kind of feel like a lot of meat tends to just, in my mind, feel like here's like the dish and here's a slab of meat with it. Like even curry, like it always just tastes like, you know, there's the curry and there's a bit of meat chucked in it. Whereas the vegetables, they just seem to soak up the curry flavor and like really add to it. So I always go for vegetable dishes with the curry. Never understood why Americans call them eggplants. They look nothing like eggs. Just one of those things, isn't it? They do actually look nothing like eggs. But yeah, aubergines are tasty. Cat Chat agrees with me. Meat tastes a little out of place in a curry. It does. That being said, my friends ordered this, I think it was called Lamb Shack, which is like lamb specifically cooked. It's like a little side dish, and I tried some of that, and actually that was really quite tasty. But for most of the main curries that I've tried, it's just, you know, the meat is thrown in, it feels like. Just joined the stream. What are we doing today? Says Necro Dragon Bee. Just taking it easy, getting some sand for XP, restocking the shop. I didn't really have plans to keep it stocked. It was just a little temporary thing so I could get my hand on some diamonds. I might order some more tools and stuff from Impulse again. I was thinking of getting some specialised golden boots for the Nether with fire protection or something, which I could have done with a minute ago, actually. Yeah, remember to thank Impulse later, but you can't tell him why. He's got to figure it out, okay? You probably won't. It's probably me just being an annoying troll again. Oh, the regular curry talk. I love it. I'm an addict. Honestly, I love the cuisine so much. And next week I'm gonna make a meal plan and probably cook myself some homemade curry next week, I think. Try and get a bit adventurous with the cooking again. I haven't done much this last week because it's like the first week of playing Hermitcraft. I've like taken an off week from the working out, and I've had more takeaways and whatnot, just so I can put a bit more time into this at the beginning. Harleen Binks, thank you for the Prime subscription. Benjamin 1997 Bessemer, thank you for 2 months of support, my dude. And Magley's Mickey, thank you for the Prime. I think I might have read that one out already, but that's okay. I mean, I hope it's okay. Why are you reading my name out, X? Why are you reading it out twice? Unsubscribe. Airy518, thank you for the Prime. Peter the Hobbit 1, thank you for 6 months, my dude. Appreciate it. What does it take to make a curry? Is it something easily made or requiring special kitchen equipment? No special equipment required. You really just need like a wok or a pan to cook in, maybe 2, depending on how you do it. Sometimes you can cook like a big batch of curry just in a, you know, like a big metallic tub. I don't know what the correct term for that is. I never do batch cooking, but my mum does batch cooking, and sometimes I help her. And you generally just need a pan. You probably end up cooking a bit of meat if you do it with meat, or some onions in the pan, and then you end up just throwing in a load of vegetables. And the main thing with making a curry is the spices, curry powder and garlic and ginger, and there's all these other spices. Let me think. Like you got the tikka flavor, the masala flavor. You got this spice called Grama Masala or something. Pretty sure I butcher that name because I never just properly look, and I'm terrible. It's my own fault. I just look at a name, and the first thing that pops into my head, I go, yeah, that's it, and then it's not. I need to stop and read names better. In my 32 years, I've never had a curry, not a common thing in rural America. Yeah, that's unfortunately, like over there, it's very far and few between that you can find an authentic curry house. Over here in England, we have a lot of people from India that came over here around World War II, and like India's like a part of our culture too, and so like every town in the UK will have a curry house. You can pretty much bet on it. Like they're everywhere, and they're always run. They always feels like they're run by families, and there's no like franchised curry house like that I'm aware of. There might be like people that own several restaurants or something, but I've never seen it like franchised like a McDonald's. My friends reckon that that's because like fast food is like more franchisable, but like given how amazing curry is, I'm surprised no one's tried to like commodify it in that way and turn it into like a franchise that you can find in various places, you know. McCurry. I'll never eat a McCurry. I'll go to my grave on that one. Oh, that'll be the death of me. There's no food left in the world but a McCurry, and I refuse to eat it. Oh. We got more noises in the ear. Dove, HS, thank you for the Prime. Galaria, and C. Exidian, thank you for the Prime subscription. Appreciate your support ever so much, peeps. I hope you're entertained, enjoying yourselves. Enjoying the new start of Hermitcraft. We got 4,000 peeps tuning in. Goodness me. So many. The pressure is on. I think I'm done picking up sand now. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch. And if you haven't seen my latest episode on Hermitcraft, it is on my channel. It came out a couple of days ago. Later today, I have a video coming out about the LA. Another one. Oh, I'm feeling much better. Huh, funny how talking about food has made me feel better. One thing I really love watching on YouTube is I love watching bushcraft, where you just watch people survive in the wild and build things out of like wood and stuff that they found, but also those cooking videos that are just silent. And I was watching one this morning of like Indian cooking out on the streets. This guy's just, you know, throwing all the ingredients in this giant hot pan that almost looks like a bin lid and like just cooking up food, and there's no commentary, there's no instructions, you're just watching it happen. I really like that stuff. It's very therapeutic. Soul TB, thank you for 9 months. Twitch baby right there. Hope you. Did we add a Twitch baby emote? I think I had a new emote to add and I got distracted. It wasn't Twitch baby. Hang on, I'm going to look this up right now. We're in a safe spot, don't worry. Did I get distracted when I was supposed to be adding something? There's always lots of distractions and I'm trying to like get a bit more focused of how I do stuff. Video emotes. Oh, maybe it was I think it... No, I didn't get distracted. Hydrate is the newest one we added. There'll be a Twitch baby one coming soon. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I caught a Hermitcraft stream weekend. I enjoy a lot of curries, but I can't have a fair few due to allergies. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Quite a few of the curry houses that I order from, they have really good allergy, like, what would you call it? Policies? I never have to use them myself, but quite a few of the restaurants I order from, they have a decent like list of what's in each curry, and then they'll also accommodate any changes you need. So I don't know, hopefully you have a place like that near you. There we go. So a big stash of sand. We could restock the terracotta, but I do not need to do that right now. Chuck all that in there. I might need some more sandstone, and I might actually really do need some of it smelted up too. Let's go ahead and get some more sandstone for the next build, and then we'll do some wastelandsy stuff. So one more trip over there for sandstone. They will do now due to Natasha's Law. Now Natasha's Law sounds like one of those Sod's Law, you know, or whatever can happen will happen. But is there like a law named after someone called Natasha to do with allergies and food in the UK? That could be a thing. Yes, UK legislation stating that restaurants must list the items of allergies. I think it now also applies to takeaways. Yeah, definitely applies to takeaways. That's a great thing to have. I really hope that one day, because I remember in the pandemic, Boris Johnson said that they were going to add calorie counts to takeaway food. I really hope they do that one day. I personally, I know some people don't like that stuff so much. For me, and calorie counting was just like a way to take control. And I kind of feel like I have a mindset of like restrictions and, I don't know, doing difficult things and having routine. Like, they set you free in a way. It sounds weird, like having a routine to set you free. It's like, well, having a routine can, like, you sort of check yourself and make sure you get these important things done each day, and it gives you structure and discipline, and then it kind of like frees up your actual time, because if you kind of like meander through life without a plan, then you sort of have like less time as you don't prioritize things, whereas a schedule, a routine can kind of keep you focused on, right, I've got to do these things, and then you get them out of the way, and then you kind of have more time on your hands because you're organized and disciplined, right? It's kind of like that. And for me, it's like that with food. It's helped me get to the weight where I want to be and maintain easily. It helps me plan and just understand what I'm eating more and feel right about it. And so, you know, when I have a takeaway, I kind of want to know exactly what I'm eating. And yeah, I hope that becomes law one day. I mean, that was what they were suggesting. Curry could probably scale as a franchise fast food. Many different dishes from the same base. Always have a rice cooker going, etc. The main issue, I reckon, is the need for traditional equipment like a tandoori oven, says G-Stav. Yeah, and if you were to franchise it, you would probably cut out some of those difficulties, right? Like, you don't have to provide the tandoori each time. You could just provide, like, you know, why would you do all the specialist stuff? You just take the more of the bulk main stuff that people are familiar with. Like, what's the number one dish you're gonna have? Would be, well, it's chicken tikka masala usually, isn't it? But maybe you just take out the tikka bit. But there might be a way to cook it without that and make it taste kind of similar. I mean, you are also going to then be trying to recreate the same taste over and over again. It does seem kind of franchisable, but I think there's also a culture. Like, you'd probably be able to take it to America and like introduce it, very much fit into American culture. Whereas over here, I think people would reject it because there's like a well-known culture of just like local curry houses, right? And it's kind of a thing. Like, most people in the UK probably know their local curry house or whatever. Like, it's really popular over here. Pretty sure Mowgli is a franchise, or at least it's... Oh, I didn't see the rest of that one. There might also be franchises that do, you know, like curry on the side, but maybe not quite like an authentic one. Because I went to a buffet a while back, Chinese buffet, and they did all the Indian curries, right? And I'm thinking, oh my god, I can try a little bit of everything. You know, there's butter chicken, there's dansak, taka dal, all these different ones. And I put, you know, I thought I was putting a little bit on my plate of each because I didn't want to be greedy and wasteful. But I was actually putting a bit more on than I realised. And then when I sat down to eat it, it didn't taste very nice at all. It was all kind of like bitter and not very good. So, like, got to cook it right as well. I think curry will work better as a Subway style than a McDonald's restaurant. You choose meat or no meat and a set of spices. Yeah, like you'd go up to the counter, there would be batches of different curry, and yeah, and then different ingredients you put it, and then you go to like the sides where they probably have a bunch of onion bhajis and little bits of sag paneer or something waiting to be thrown on top. It could work like that. Do you know, like this kind of stuff like really interests me. Logistics and like planning out things like that. But I don't think I'd go out into the real world and like try and start a business and have all of that, which is something you could do. You could just go, hey, I think this idea is actionable. I'm going to try and make this happen or whatever. I'd love to find, I don't know, some sort of like hobby or middle ground where you could do things like that. I don't know, plan out logistics. Kind of like playing Factorio, right? Like managing supply chains and stuff. I find it all, it's like a giant puzzle that you got to solve. It's like the next level of puzzles or puzzle games. Even better, find something like that that actually has utility for other people in the world. That's one of the things I constantly think about this. I mean, I know I provide like a form of entertainment utility here, where like people get entertained or comfort from coming to these streams, watching the videos. That's absolutely fantastic to do. I would like to try and do something like that as well that was a bit more like tangible in a way, but it just something like starting a business or a restaurant just like seems way beyond me and not something I particularly have a passion for. But dang, would I like to find, you know, something that like works. I just never stumble across anything and go eureka. If ever you have an idea that sounds like it might be for me, tweet it at me. Always got ears. Always got ears until they disappear or someone takes them off me. Duator Destructor, thank you for the Prime. You sure, thank you for the Prime. FX Oons, thank you for 7 months. Love the thoughtful conversations. Got a new perspective to think about every time I tune in. Thanks. That's awesome to hear, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shotgun Steeler says, I like Doritos and cookies. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Oh, you're just expressing what you like. I've given up the crisps and the cookies a long time ago. I don't eat any desserts or treats or snacks like that. Actually, the one thing I do have is like protein bars, which are blatantly snacks or like chocolate bars. But they do have a bunch of whey and protein in them, so like, you know. Dark Manic 13, thank you for the Prime. Patrice Bart, thank you for 14 months. Missed your stream yesterday, glad to catch you today. Good to have you with us. If anyone missed yesterday's stream, it is up on my second YouTube channel. That's where all the live streams go. If you look for the links below or head over to YouTube, Xisuma2 is the name of the channel. I still technically need more coal, don't I? So I might as well grab... Oh, it's only a couple of blocks. Is that how it is? You're going to do me like that? So curry culture in the UK is kind of like the coffee culture here in Australia, where there isn't really a big franchise and it's all just locally owned businesses. We're very picky about our coffee. It's actually coffee, not milk and sugar with a bit of coffee flavour. It's a stupid genius. I've been introduced to the world of coffee, and I brew myself freshly ground coffee beans in a French press. It's very bitter, but I really love the whole experience. And that is something I was made aware of, like Starbucks coming in and Costa Coffee, how like coffee's been franchised, but it used to be like that. In certain countries it's way more prevalent. I think Italy is a place where, maybe Italy and France, where they kind of had that, or still do, I don't know. But that is a culture that's been franchised for sure. And you made me just realise how, now that I like coffee in this other way, when I go travelling and I see a little coffee shop, I'm thinking, oh, like now's an opportunity to, you know, like trying a different curry house or something, right? Like, coffee's now a thing that I'm into. And today is my last day without coffee. I've gone a week without any caffeine. I might have had some yesterday because I had a couple of cups of tea. But I think I'm in the clear. It doesn't feel like an addiction to me. It feels very different. So I'm going to be a regular coffee drinker. Good day, X. How do you organise your ender chest? And oh god, chat, you're moving so fast. Do you organise it when you have shulkers? I do. You can just look at my previous seasons of Hermitcraft for examples of that. As of right now, I am not in an organised state of being, really. Rather disorderly right now. A week without coffee, says Lumina. Yeah, it's worth doing. It's worth doing if I don't know, I do it with other stuff too, like detox weeks or whatever. Like I don't want to call it a detox week, it's not a detox week. But the idea is just like assess how you feel when you take something out of your routine or your life. And it helps you just understand your relationship with it. It's not about like cutting it out forever. It's just understanding like what's happening. So like if I cut out sugary treats and stuff, right, I really crave them. God, it's like I'm addicted to them. Can't stop. Oh, I really want to, you know, eat some cake or whatever. And then I was like, that doesn't seem healthy. And then So I keep them out, and then the cravings go away, and I don't really fancy that stuff. It's not nutritional, I don't really need it, so I don't eat it. It's like, that's what cutting something out can do for you. You take it away, you find out what your relationship to it is, that kind of thing. It's just like a self-assessment thing, I guess. So with me having an addictive personality and having treated coffee as something I was addicted to in the past, because I was having basically, you know, coffee that's rammed full of sugar, I kind of realized at one point that it's like the sugar that I'm addicted to. Alright? So now I can drink coffee, proper coffee, without sugar. Right, I think we're pretty much, yeah, we're full up. We're heading off. I stopped adding sugar to everything this way. No, I can't stand any amount of sugar in coffee, says Pommy was taken. That's how I would, yeah, that's how I'd feel. Like, I haven't put a spoonful of sugar in to find out for myself, and I probably won't. Might do it one day out of a morbid curiosity, but like tea, like sugar ruins tea. You just sugary hot drink, and then you don't really absorb all the tea flavour. Years and years now, can't even remember when I cut sugar out of tea, but that was a great decision. That seems like it's applicable to any relationship, just not just food, says Stupid Genius. Yeah, I was trying to word what I was saying in a way that would imply that, you know, not just food, basically, right? You can cut all sorts of things out to find out what it means. You should widen that bridge, X. Yeah, I should. We should do that at some point. I kind of want to do a bit more work on the wastelands now that I know what I'm building next. Mind the Tiberium! Yeah, don't want to stand on that stuff for too long. Thank you for the cheers and biddies saying it's really good to hear you talking about this. It really should be taught in school. Excuse me. Goodness me. I'm not sure specifically which bit of what we've been chatting about. God, I just burped. That's so rude. I apologise. I'm not sure specifically which bit you're referring to, but yeah, there's a lack of like critical thought and things like that taught in school, in my opinion. Like, I did not learn some of the most valuable stuff when I was at school. In fact, I don't know. A lot of what I learned in school kind of feels useless when I look back on it. Learning to be a person. It doesn't feel like school is about learning to be a person as much as it is teaching you facts and things you're supposed to know. Oddity Dan, thank you for 4 months. Appreciate it. Like, there's not a lot of financial responsibility taught, or like perspectives on how you spend and use your money. And once you learn that stuff, it's like, dang, if I'd like learned all this earlier in life, I'd be in a better position. Yeah, there's much valuable stuff out there in the world, and I'm not trying to say this in order to go school's bad, get rid of it or anything. Just that there's a lot more beyond school that you can learn and that can be valuable. There's my ender chest, not organised as you can see. Just got some useful junk in it at the moment, basically. Wow, there's a lot of opinions in here. It's 100 days to yoga day. Try having a challenge of 108 Surya Namasaka. You got 100 days to practice. I don't know what the last bit is, but I've probably done yoga every day. Probably close to the last. Actually, it's probably more like 90 days, 80 days, somewhere around that. I haven't broken the streak yet. I've been doing yoga every morning, and it's been great. It's been great. I always knew it was, but like this year I was like, all right, what am I going to change? What we're going to step up? Right, we'll do like stone and do passes of andesite and tough later on. Life is the best school, says Carlo. That sounds just like an amazing, perfect quote right there. Life is the best school. I listen to a lot of self-help books and podcasts too, by the way, peeps. Like taking the time to delve into that stuff on a regular basis is really beneficial. I've actually been making it a habit to like listen to stuff frequently, and I feel like it's helped, and take notes as well, and like it helps get concepts and ideas in a lot more concrete. And you know, that stuff adds up over time when you learn, I don't know, productivity tricks and like how to manage your own attention span and stuff. Like, I don't know, it goes in all sorts of directions. Just messing around really with how we're laying out the blocks, trying to keep it somewhat interesting. Terraforming, yes, says Past Kiln. Oh, I'm glad someone's excited for it. These trees need to get chopped down. I really need to kind of come out over this direction as well. We're literally going to come out like all the way along this space. Oh yeah, this little... Actually, let's keep the depression. I think we'll keep it. Everyone likes a little bit of depression. God, where would we be without it? What a lame joke. It's my favourite kind of joke. Did you know that? You probably did if you've been watching these streams for a while. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, a few stairs got to go in as well. That's not the spot to put them, is it? No, it'd be on the edge of these, wouldn't it? We're going to watch a movie later today. I was thinking of maybe watching Independence Day. I loved that movie when I was a kid. I've seen it so many times with Will Smith. I'm always funny about watching stuff where it's like, oh, I've seen this before. I don't know, I'll pick something at some point. I just hate like choice paralysis. I just spend ages like scrolling. What are we going to watch? Have you seen The Batman? I was going to make a joke like, yeah, outside at night. Oh, lame. I've not seen the new Batman movie. I'm just so not interested because a new Batman movie comes out every couple of years. And I am not interested, really. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. What can I say? Like, you know, every now and then though, you know, there might be some really good ones cropping up, and if I hear that they're really good, I'll maybe check it out. Like the Joker, that was one from that franchise, which I might have just gone, oh, not in. Well, in fact, I know I wasn't interested just because it was about the Joker, but then when all of the discussion and the talk broke out around the movie, I was like, oh, it sounds like there's something really interesting to see here. X, do you have any podcast recommendations? I've been trying to get into them, but I don't really know where to start, says Still DM. Just you have to peruse, browse around and try stuff, you know, and search for them based on your interests and whatnot. Find the things that you want. It takes, you know, it's not easy because you do have to like invest a fair bit of time to get going because podcasts are hours long or whatever. But isn't Impulse starting a podcast? I don't know. That would be cool though. I consider these live streams to be kind of podcasty. Like people go, X, you should start a podcast, and I'm kind of thinking, well, like I don't need to do a podcast for a podcast's sake. Like, there's like an adage here that would describe what I'm trying to say really well. You don't have to do the other thing when the thing that you're doing is what works. So in my mind, you might go, this is like a podcast. And it's like, well, let's let it be what it is. You can listen to it like a podcast if you like, but this is what works. I don't think I could sit down and record a podcast. Maybe I could. Maybe I should just try that. In fact, I have tried that and it didn't really go too well. But like when I stream, it's like I'm putting myself in a position where I have to talk, and then eventually it leads me to that kind of podcasty type territory. And then that works. So like, why not let this be just what it is? Live streams are like podcasts or live interactions, says the champ. Maybe we could do an experiment. Maybe if someone wants to become an editor for me, best way to do something like that with me is through my Discord community. Because where I've needed to work with people in the past, that's where I go to advertise. But maybe if we have, you know, someone's here every stream, and they listen through, take the timestamps, and we basically cut away all of the in-between stuff, and whatever's talking or topical, keep it, and just put that on some platform somewhere and call it the Xisuma podcast or whatever, right? Just see what happens to it. I would be down to do that experiment. Kind of doing it a little bit already with Xisuma Says, but that's more like purpose-built stuff. I also got like other ideas and plans for that channel, but yeah, like it's so some of you are saying that right now, catching up. It is, but like it's about packaging and presentation. Like some people here are asking for a podcast. It's because podcasts are a thing. As I literally said a moment ago, like, you know, if you're doing something, let it be what it is. I don't want to try and make a podcast, but you could take what we're doing here that's already working and repurpose it and repackage it. That would be fine with, like, and just see what happens. Throw it out on Spotify or whatever and see if it picks any traction up. Oddity Dan, thank you for 4 months, and Choco Dominic, thank you for the Prime subscription. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for the support. You should call it Xisuma Says and publish it on YouTube. Oh, the Finky. Your humour is like mine, I think. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think a little uninteresting in places, but I don't know, not everything has to be a masterpiece, does it? And now I've got to sleep in a bed. Look at this, I went so long without sleeping and then I'm always in the bed. Xisuma the businessman stonks, says Mojo Powers. Honestly, like, by branching out and working with other people, I haven't exactly, like, I don't know, made it rain. Like, I think if I added it all up, it would probably turn out like maybe a bit of a profit, but like the value of working with other people and having editors and whatnot is time. Like, you know, I don't have to edit every Xisuma Says video. I don't have to do this, do that, and the time that it gives you, you know, you could say it makes you more productive, but it doesn't directly go into like, now I produce more content. It just, you have more control over your life, and then that puts you in a better frame of mind. And I feel like that's one of the huge benefits, is just like when I come and stream and stuff, I'm just in a better space more often because I don't have a big task of like, after the stream I've got to edit this into a clip or whatever, you know? Like, it's like I just move on to the next thing and then that's taken care of. It's one of these things that I've like read about time and time again in these books, like the 4-Hour Workweek and stuff like that, about outsourcing. And it's, you know, it was something difficult to do at first because you kind of feel like everything you do is your own thing. And they're totally right. Like, when you learn to let go of some of the things you do and you find people to help you do it, it just gives you more value of your time. It's totally worth it. Thanks to the peeps that helped me with all of that, if any of you are listening, by the way. As you can tell, greatly appreciated. Like, it's been wonderful. Editing takes a long time, but I like it, says Skyfighter. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if someone's thing is editing, that's who you want to work with, right? Like, I like editing, actually. It's good fun, but I can't do that much editing, you know? I kind of losing track of where I'm going here a bit. Let's get rid of these trees. I wanted to get rid of these anyway because it looked like the like cavey area behind it was super interesting. So if we Start knocking some of this out, then we can see where we go from there. I also want to make sure that I get, like, I think I've got pretty much most of the area I'm going to build in already, but I want to cover where I'm going to start building so I don't have to do this again later. Right, I've got a bit of an idea here. I'm going to go for a little bit of a wander for a second. I feel like it would be hard for me to trust my content with someone else. They would need to produce a video and not be noticeably that it's been edited by someone else other than me, I guess, is the tricky part. I would embrace the fact that someone else is editing it and not hide away from it. I had the same sort of thoughts initially, and then working with other people, you realise that their style has value too. So, like, letting go of perfectionism and this is not how I would do it kind of thing. You let other people kind of develop their own style. It can add to what you're doing. It can, or at least change it, right? Like, it doesn't have to be perfectly how you would do it. And once you get past that, you see again, like, the value of working with someone else. So, yeah, my advice would be to think of your content differently. Like, I don't want to give up editing Hermitcraft, right? But if I did, I would have to think of it as like, okay, new chapter of Hermitcraft where the content will be different because someone else is editing it. And, like, being able to be okay with that is a good thing. I think perfectionism holds you back in life. You hear of concepts like, I heard it described in many different ways, but, like, how is it described? So, you have a product, which is a video, and 80% of your time gives you 90% of the quality of the video. In fact, I think it's described a bit more extreme with that. It's like, maybe like 60% of your time gives you 90% of the video. And then that last 10% of perfection takes up 40% of your time. And the question is it actually worth that last little bit of perfection? To put in all that extra time and effort? It's kind of like that. Now, some people really like creating perfectionist content, and there's definitely, like, channels that I follow and content on YouTube where you can tell this is like a labour of love, and that every detail is, like, thought over and whatnot. There's room for that. There's space for that if that's how you want to do it. But you want to ask yourself if that's how you want to do it. For me, I could see myself letting go of maybe Hermitcraft editing in the future, because I've done it for so long as well. Just kind of feels like I don't have much left to prove on YouTube. Like, I'm not trying to get my channel to 2 million subscribers, Beyond all of that, like, there were times in the past where it was super exciting, oh my god, I hit 100,000 subscribers and all this, and every day I'd open up Social Blade. And then there's been times where it's been difficult to do that. It's been like, oh no, I'm not growing as fast as I once were, and you go through all these motions, and then eventually you realise that it's about what you're doing with your time. And so, if, let's say, I handed over the reins of Hermitcraft for someone else to edit, that would then just give me more time. Then my videos would become something different, and that might not be a bad thing. That might be an interesting thing, especially for the audience. You might get a new style of my content, and then doing different things could lead on to other adventures and stuff. Who knows? Who knows? What a waffle. What a waffle. Poochaliak 93, thank you for 2 months. Appreciate it. Wiggly Fox, thank you for 25. Thank you so much for the support as always, peeps. So yeah, if you're a content creator, embrace working with other people. You don't have to be a perfectionist, and it gives you time. And time is the most valuable thing we all have. So find someone who's passionate about, I could, without a shadow of a doubt, someone out there would be passionate about editing my Hermitcraft video, right? Like, one of you out there would be like, oh my god, I would love to do that. I've done it for years, I enjoy it, it's great, but I don't have to do it. And then, that's how these things work when you work with other people. Right, there we go. So I kind of want to, I definitely want to bring it into this area. Let's go ahead and make sure all of this area here is kind of covered. Especially if you are a Minecraft creator, working collaborating with others is very important, says Prism. Yeah, I don't necessarily know that it is. I mean, it depends what your perspective is. Like, depends on what kind of content you make. I'm not a big collaborator, but I'm part of Hermitcraft, obviously, which is a community. But yeah, like, there is something to be said about, like, growing on YouTube is definitely benefited by being part of a collective, no doubt about it. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to do that, right? Alright, let's get some slabby jabs. God, it feels like it's been a minute since I said that word. The old slabby jabbies. Yeah, like this. There we go. Cool, and then we continue. X, do you think about giving the editing work of HC to someone else and playing more would be bad for burnout because you're doing less variety of things? No, I think it would be better because you get given your time back. Like, it doesn't mean that I have to therefore play Hermitcraft more. If, like, let's say I could do this and figure it out and it saves me time, because initially it doesn't. Initially you have to, like, work together and lay out how things go, workflow, what's expected, etc. All of that kind of stuff. Once you get past all of that, it doesn't have to directly feed back into playing the game. For me, what it might do is feed back into me having more time to build stuff in creative mode and become a better builder, or I might just spend more time doing other stuff and then that makes you happy and relaxed or whatever. Like, it can come back round in different ways. It's not always through the lens of productivity. If it is through the lens of productivity, it can be very powerful. If you're gunning to do more stuff, but, you know, all this editing and whatnot holds you back, you could do a lot more. Like, when I was first on YouTube, and I didn't even think about working with someone else. Again, like, the idea of, like, replaying the game of YouTube and going back, I do stuff, like, so much differently, but there was a time when I was just, like, super passionate about getting video out every other day. Maybe even every day. Like, I went through some long periods of being, like, a daily uploader or whatever. And, you know, things change with time. I don't do that anymore, but I would look back at that and think, if I were working with an editor back then, I would have gotten so much more videos out and, like, more tutorials, farm designs, things like that, when that was, like, the old school phase of my YouTube channel. I'd have done so much more stuff like that. I just don't really want to do that anymore. You know, I've been there, done that kind of thing, right? Like, I don't have much to prove. I do like to do the occasional tutorial or whatever, but it's not like back then when I was just making them every day. KFBX0, thank you for your Prime subscription. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the waffles and the stream and all of the good stuff. Did I put those blocks there? When I was chopping down the tree or something? Right, so I think I'm going to leave this little slope up here for now. We've got a creeper over there. Creeping about. Let's start to expand it just over this way a bit more, because my build's going to sit in the middle of that and then come over this direction. So we don't really need to do too much more right here. Yeah, so bring it over this way a bit. And I do need to do my, like, andesite and tough pass, because you don't want to leave big patches of that stuff not done. There we go. Let's come back to this bit. X, do you have a gaming console? If so, what are your favourite games lately? I have a PlayStation 4, and I have no favourite games of late because I'm not really a gamer. I just play Minecraft, pretty much. Bit of City Skylines. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm up to other stuff. Also, I don't play games on my PS4 anymore because of RSI injuries. So I played Final Fantasy VII, game from my childhood. Dang. I was playing it for hours on my treadmill. Hours on end. And then one day, I got off and my arms were killing. I was like, oh god, what have I done? Got injured again. Rishi says, why is X covering the grass with stone? Oh, we need to get rid of the grass. You know? Need to turn it all into dirt. So if I cover it up with stone, then I can dig up all this stone later on, and and then all the stuff below it will be dirt, right? There's no way that idea could backfire. Why do you use a treadmill instead of running outside, says the Thinky. Well, first of all, I'm not referring to running on the treadmill. Talking about walking on the treadmill. Because I could literally just walk downstairs and get on it, walk for 10 minutes, and then go back upstairs, right? Like, whereas if I go outside, you got to wrap up or you got to change your clothes. I mean, in the summer, it's different. I love it in the summer. You can just quickly hop off the computer and walk around the block and you're back. So in the winter months, I use the treadmill a lot more. But it's also got a console in front of it, so I can watch a video or play a game, which I don't do anymore, right? So it's not just walking. It's like walking and doing something else, I guess. You watch a movie at the same time. So you know, you can kind of combine your exercise that you need to do with some other stuff. That's just the general principle of it, really. Might be getting a bit carried away here, actually. Because I kind of need to work on this bit too, over here. Which we will do. There we go. How are we going to tackle this? Because I've given myself... In fact, yeah, I'm doing it all wrong here. I should have paid attention a bit more. Let's take this back. Is walking exciting? Wait, no, it's walking but exciting. You know, like, to say that walking isn't exciting, I think is to miss the point. Like, walking is obviously not playing a computer game, but, like, walking can be therapeutic. It's nice to have time alone to just think, get some fresh air, be around nature. Like, I'm not trying to avoid the activity of walking outside as if it were boring. It's just that it's kind of like productive, you know. I can quickly hop on. I've got some YouTube videos on my playlist. I can watch those while I get a bit of exercise in, and you know, and then go back to whatever I was doing. But every day I go for a walk outside without hesitation. Just doesn't mean I can't use the treadmill too, right? You can also do like heavy incline walking, which is what I've been trying to do lately. Like, as you like go through a fitness journey and you get used to whatever it is you're doing, like cycling, it's harder to challenge yourself, and challenging yourself is important for your physical fitness. If you want to improve, you kind of need to find new ways to challenge your body as your body adapts. So with lots of regular walking, I get pretty good at it, and it's less of a challenge. So one thing I want to do is find a way to challenge myself, and I realised I don't use the incline feature very much. So now what I'm going to do is walk with full incline for like 15 minutes a day. And I walk at a slower pace, but I can just feel like it just feels different, feels challenging, and that's what I'm looking for. Let's go with that one, then this one. It's getting a bit uniform there. Then come back over to this space. Maybe it'd help if we sort of decided a bit how big we want this thing to be. Like if I just create a big old ridge and then make it all kind of catch up with it later, it might help us decide to do. Because I'm kind of aiming for all of that stone over there, right? And we'll connect up with that, and then it will just make the whole project a bit bigger. So if we look at that as a bit of a guideline, and this is a bit straight here, but we can change that. I can walk for more than 2 hours, says Basic Alamy. I haven't done like a really long walk in ages. I would love to do one day. I should really schedule that, just one day. I think it might be a nice activity in the summer to like walk out into the countryside, all the way to like a pub or something and have a Sunday lunch. That would be really cool way to plan a long walk like that. I get paid to walk, says Valerio. That's awesome. That sounds like a great job. Hey you, go do some walking. We need more walkers. I imagine it involves a bit more than just literally walking, but that's cool. That's awesome. Walking dogs. Oh, and you get to be around doggies too. God, you hit the jackpot there. People will pay you to walk their dogs. I don't believe it. I go on walks between the bus routes because I like the bus and I get a long walk, says Dawson Banter. Yeah, I can imagine that. You reminded me of something that I do. It's like, I try and tie in walking to doing other things. Like, let's say I'm going to meet someone somewhere or do something. Like, I'm also thinking this could be an opportunity to walk. Like, I'll walk over there. I mean, back in the day, me and my friends used to like walk across town because only a couple of us drove and stuff, and most people I think like didn't like it, but I was always up for it. I was always like, yeah, let's go walk. Like we can get over there. Only take an hour. Like I'm down. I was always down for walking. I liked it back then before I really like thought about it. Whereas these days now I see it as like, oh yeah, go for a walk, good exercise. I also love the convenience of a trip. Oh, okay. I'm trying to read a message and chat is just going ham, so that one goes off the top of the screen, I think. I always walk to the supermarket as well for groceries, says Vexarian. I'm currently on a pretty good streak of not using the car and cycling to get groceries. So yeah, like, if you can walk, if I could walk, I'd love to do that. For me, it's a bit too... There is one place that's closer, but it's more expensive. That being Sainsbury's. I could consider, you know, going there. I feel like I'm starting to lose track of what we're doing here. Yeah, I could possibly walk that. Might be a bit strenuous on the arms carrying some heavy bags of shopping. But you have a backpack too. What cycle do you have? Is it a road bike? Says a Red Wolf. I have 2 hybrids. One that's fitted out with lots of waterproof, you know, over the tyres. What do you call it? Mud guards, that kind of thing. They're not like mud flaps though. They're like proper water-resistant covers, so you can basically cycle through puddles and not get splashed. So I've got 2 of those that are Treks. And then I have another Trek, which is an electric bike that has all of the, again, same sort of like puddle resistant stuff. And that's the one that I'm currently using because it's helping me get over some of these injuries. Which, by the way, my knee, I don't think I've talked about it yet just because I was too disappointed to mention it, but pains in my knees came back. Not good. I started doing leg raises and leg presses, and one of those, at first everything seemed fine. Now that it's not, I'm thinking, okay, cut them out, see what happens. Looks like I can't do those. So yeah, I've cut those out, and then I'll see what happens to my knees. And at this rate, I don't think I'll try them again for at least half a year. I'm just going to accept the fact that that doesn't seem to work anymore. Disturbed Puppy says, getting old stinks. I've been having back pain for the past few months. Can't exercise like I want. Have you been trying doing some yoga stretches and stuff? Like, as someone who used to have back pain and now regularly like takes care of it, things like posture, how you sit, what chair you're sitting on. I mean, they can make massive impact on that stuff. And it might feel like you've done all you can, but there might be something that you're not aware of. I don't know. For me, like a regular yoga practice just helps prevent so much in the way of potential injuries and whatnot. And the quality of your bed is important. Yes, that's true. X, have you announced your mega base yet? I can't remember, says Big Breach. Mega base? Oh my god, you disgust me. What year is this we're living in? I'm going to build a peta base. Mega base. God. What is it, 2021? Jeez. Yeah, I've been trying stretches and whatnot. Just need to go see a doctor, I think, says Disturbed Puppy. Hopefully you're doing the right sort of stretches. Like forward fold is a great one for the back. Obviously, though, when you do stretches, like if you do feel proper pain, you're aggravating it. You need to know like when a stretch is a stretch and when a pain is a pain. But learning to do forward fold, cat cow when you're on all fours is very good for the spine. And what's the other one where you go from downward dog and up into they call it cobra, I think, baby cobra. Those ones. Those are all like spinal related moves you can do that I find, you know, whatever grouchiness is in my spine, those help alleviate. I like the fact that we've got a bit of a cliffier part here, which we haven't sort of really done anywhere else, have we? X, what DAW do you use for making music, says CCY. Fruity Loops is my weapon of choice. Just because it's easy to get going with, and it's what I used years ago, and I don't have the time to learn anything else, really. There we go. Took care of that bit, didn't I? Ah, then I fell down. Do you like building creative or survival? I like doing stuff like this in survival. This is great in survival. But for creative, I mean, it's always going to be faster, isn't it? It's always going to be better. Like, this was initially built in creative because, you know, you want to make all these changes and whatnot, and it's just going to be an absolute pain to go through all of that. In survival, I mean, maybe you get good enough at building you can kind of wing a lot of stuff. But for me, it's like, it's always creative first, because then you can really suss stuff out. Right, I think what we should do next is go and make something rather important. Lots of people... Okay, you've been reminding me in chat over and over again. I haven't forgotten, chat, haven't forgotten. We need to make a... where is it? There we go. Andesite stairs, yep. Andesite blocks, and do our andesite pass with the tuff as well. I haven't forgotten, peeps. Thanks for reminding me, though. X, what is your favourite exercise? Oh, gosh. Probably just walking. This is so straightforward. Alright. Although, if we're talking about weightlifting, then I've got some favourites. One of which I can't do. Leg raises I always loved. I love leg day. I don't know why there's a meme around leg day like it's a bad thing. Like... The legs and the abs are the easiest thing to get a good burn on with. So like, those are probably my favourites. Leg day, best day, says Greek Yogurt. Exactly. Thinky says, no, it's better with pure stone. I disagree. I do think it's like way nicer than you might think it is with pure stone. But I think you do just need a few patches for the eye to look at and see that it's not just constantly one thing, essentially. Oh, that's not going to work. Where do I want to put a blob of tuff? I think this is the level where it could go. Got one there. Yeah, somewhere around here we need one. Ah, there you go. That'll be where we have some tuff, right there. What do you think about calisthenics, says Walton Streams? Calisthenics is great. I think all the different disciplines are just tools that you can use to achieve what you want to achieve. I do some calisthenics training. You know, like push-ups, for example, just calisthenics, right? Like, and if you want to work your chest, that's something you can use to do that. So it's really just about, you know, what are your goals, what you're trying to achieve, and what can you use to achieve it. And calisthenics can be a great part of that. Back squat PR, says Sinochamp. I don't do personal records. I don't lift heavy. I go for high rep range. It's just what I prefer. I'm not like trying to. I don't do training to like hit PRs and lift crazy weights or anything. I have done a bit of like heavy weight training in the past, but for me it's just about challenging oneself, keeping in shape, keeping the heart rate up. That kind of thing. Pilates, when guided, can be helpful for back and static pain. I've done some moves myself, says Anna Bomb Banana. I believe Pilates is pretty much like yoga, just yoga moves, right? It's just sort of called a different thing for some reason or another. This is a nice little expansion we've done here. I can't wait to do more, really. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be something like just super easy to do on stream as well, which is cool. Another place where I need to do some building is right in here. Oh, and something that I wanted to check. Huh. Ah, yes. There, it turns out there is actually a way, and I forgot about this, that I can move from this building through those pathways to the next one, and it's through the roof. So what I'm going to do is build something at the end of this connection, and then have that continue to somewhere else. And why is there a trapdoor missing? I don't know. I haven't got an explanation. Crappy Toast! Yo, what a username. 4 months saying hi X. 4 months already? Woo. Anyway, thank you for being so inspiring. I really enjoy your content and the way you view the world. Have a nice day, X. Thank you, my dude. Glad to hear you've been inspired. I need to drink some water. Great discussions today, right, peeps? Hope you all enjoyed it and had a fantastic time. Next, or should I say starting the stream weekend. And no, I haven't forgotten, okay? I haven't forgotten. Who's next? As all of you been reminding me in chat, who is next? It's Full Symmetry. And she's on right now streaming. I believe she's probably live on the Twitch. Let's see if we can do a raid. So peeps, if you enjoyed your time here today, be sure to hit that follow button. Wow, 4,600 viewers. Thank you everyone for coming by. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you to my mods, my Patreons, all the peeps gifting subs. And there you go, you can now hit the raid button. Awesome, I'll see you all again soon. Take care, bye bye.